Put him on the point on a fucking power play. He's got a better shot than any. Throw him on the point. You get it, Johnny?
Yep.
Guys, don't say it like Thanks, Johnny. U16 Flyers. Thanks, bro. You're great. Really like you, Melissa. Thank you, Mrs. Mills. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, kiddo. How you doing? What's going on?
Nothing much. How about you?
Yeah. Another day at the rink. What have you been up to?
Here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Pretty good. My team just won in Team Canada.
Did they? Good for you.
Thank you.
Good for you. What's sis doing? You doing it as well? Good.
Yeah. All of them.
Go Flyers versus the Terriers. Brown take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Scrum off there. Picked up by Brown.
What are you doing at the rink?
Going over the blue line. Lets one go. Shot. Glove down by the Terriers goalie.
Oh, he's right in front of me. Yeah, I knew he was around. Hanging around Uncle Jordy.
Draw. Won by the Terriers. Fired around the near boards. Kicked up to the blue line and out. Terriers over the Flyers blue line. Circling around. Centering pass. Chip to the near boards. Lets it go. Shot. Milks with the save. Second effort. He'll get shoved into the net. Helmet's off. Middlehurst in for the draw. Won by the Terriers. Back to the blue line. Passed across. Chipped in off the boards. That'll come to the near boards. Sent up to the blue line. Kept in by the Terriers. Centering pass. Looks, sets that up for Middlehurst. Middlehurst to Wolsey. Wolsey lets one go from outside the blue line. The Terriers goalie will glove that for a whistle. Face off in the Terrier zone. Middlehurst to take it. He'll win that. Get it to Kraus at the blue line. Into some feet. Kept in. Mason steps through the stick of the Terriers player. Back to Kraus. Kraus dumps it in to Wozni. Wozni lets one go just wide of the net. Rebound comes out front. Shot high and wide by Mason. Kept in at the blue line by Tribble. Wozni steps in, steals it from the Terriers player. Along the half boards. Terriers play that off the boards. The blue line and it just out. Kraus across to Wozni. He'll backhand that one into the Terrier zone. They'll skate it out. In over the Flyers blue line. Play interrupted by Brady. He'll go for the man and leave the puck. Brown. And Brady's going to the box. 2 minutes for head contact. Got to play the puck first. $13-12 to go in the first period. Brown's in to take the draw. Through his feet, loose puck. Kicked forward by Clark. Terriers from the blue line, shot. Tipped wide of the net. Terriers play behind the Flyers net. Centering pass to the blue line. Dumped back in. Campbell gets a piece of it. Loose puck in front. Brown lets one go. Right on, shot on net. Terriers goalie sets that up for the defenders. Clark in on the forecheck. Played to center ice. Brown intercepts that pass. But Terriers pick it up and dump it in the Flyer zone. Picks a funny hop. Hobor off the boards to the blue line. Kept in. Shot way wide of the net. Rebound to the half boards. Terriers play that in to the near corner. He'll walk up. Get it to the point. Cross ice shot. I don't think Milk saw that one at all. Brown in for the draw. Sorry, that's Middlehurst. He'll win it to Arkema, but Terriers pick it up. Lets one go. Shot wide of the net. Rebound comes to the half board. Martin to Middlehurst. Middlehurst over the blue line. Shot tipped high. Rebound comes out. Picked up by the Terriers. Martin along the half boards. Gets it to Middlehurst. He'll step around one. Gets a shot towards the net, and the Terriers goalie will cover it. Middlehurst in for the draw. Tied up. Picked up by Martin. He'll backhand that to Arkema just out of his reach. Played to the blue line and out. Center ice. Kraus dumps that back into the Terrier zone. Flyers regroup. Arkema in on the forecheck. Peel away for some reason. Terriers skated out of their zone. Into the Flyer zone and offside. Brown in on the draw. He'll win that back to Hobor. Hobor plays it off the boards to the blue line and out. Mason bumps his man, gets the puck to Brown. Terriers keep the puck in the neutral ice. Regroup. Wozni with a good stick to get it back to the Terriers blue line. They'll play it around neutral ice and dump it into the Flyer zone. Campbell in the near corner. Lets it go to the half boards. Picked up by Wozni. Tried to get it to Brown. Second effort. Brown trips over the blue line. Sits there. Nobody's going after it. Wolsey capitalizing on that loose puck. Gets the blue line, throws it towards the net. Terriers goalie played off to the side. Leave it there for his players. Brown, Wolsey in on the forecheck. Campbell tries to keep it in, but hops around the skate. Terriers in over the blue line. Shot. Over the shoulder. That glove up. Strum off the draw, picked up by the Terriers. They'll fire that in the Flyer zone. Tribble giving chase, picked up by the Terriers in the far corner. Brady gets dumped. He'll draw a penalty. Terriers 2 minutes for holding. 9:59 to go in the first period. Middlehurst wins it to Brown on the wing. Brown gets it to Tribble. Tribble with the shot. Tipped high. Dumped out by the Terriers. Tribble giving chase. He gets there first. Looks like Flyers are going to the box. Monas, 2 minutes for head contact. Well, that was a short power play. 4 minutes for head contact. Middlehurst in for the draw. Won by the Terriers to the far boards. Tribble lifts it to the neutral ice. Ref gets in the way. He gets taken out. Martin gets the puck in the corner. Fires it towards the net. Brady at the blue line. Shot. Picked up by Middlehurst. Terriers will capitalize and bring that out. Cross ice and over the blue line. Shot, wide of the net. Rebound along the far boards. In Middlehurst's feet. Gets that to almost Brady. Tribble. Ties up his man's stick. Brady picks up the loose puck and skates it out of the zone. And over the Terriers' blue line. Brady chips it in deep. Terriers pick it up and begin the breakout. Through neutral ice. Brown Krause. Shot. Gloved by Milks. Brown in for the draw. He'll win that to the near boards. Hobor bumps his man. Loose puck in the corner. Brown sends it to the far boards. It's 4-on-4, kids. Terriers with the puck behind the Flyers' net. Hobor gets away well on there. Krause to Brown. Brown at the blue line. Stick check. Clark's offside, so they have to regroup. Gets it to Hobor. He'll get the red line and dump it in. Terriers pick up the puck. 10 seconds to go in their penalty. Hit the blue line, dump it in on net. Milks with the block or pad save. Terriers pick up the loose puck. Centers it all the way back to the blue line. Terriers back to even strength. 5-on-4, shorthanded for Flyers. Terriers pass it center ice. In over the blue line. Drop pass to the point. Shot. Wide of the net. Rebound comes all the way around to the point. Terriers dump it in. Let one go. Blocked in front by Hobor. Back to the point. Thrown towards net. Steered just wide. Milks gets a stick on that one. Sends it to the far corner. Loose puck. Picked up by Krause. He'll lift that to the far end of the ice. Flyers will go for a quick change. Arkema in on the forecheck. Terriers up to the blue line and out. Into the Flyer zone. Centering pass, shot off the post. Rebound to the blue line and out. Middlehurst gets a stick on it. Gets into the Terrier zone. They'll spin around, applying pressure. 1 minute to go on the Flyers penalty. Let's send that to the Terriers. Icing's waved off for some reason. Campbell spins around the man. Puck deep behind the Flyers goal line. Terriers pass it out front. Sent across. Milk's got a stick on that one to break that play up. Centering pass all the way down the ice. 30 seconds to go on the Flyers penalty. 6:08 to go in the period. Terriers sent it. Arkeem almost got a stick on that one. Mason. It's past one, not two. Arkema breaks that play up. Gets the puck back in the Terrier zone. And back to 5-on-5. Terriers up center ice. Monos goes for the hit. Misses the puck. Terriers dump that puck in deep. Campbell just missed that puck. Centering attempt. No shot, loose puck. Played up to Monas at the blue line. In over the Terrier zone. Monas takes a wide shot. Steered wide by the Terriers goalie. Centering attempt. Picked up by Brady. He'll fire that off the near boards behind the Terriers net. Left there for Brown. Brown centers it. Mason was tied up. Brady steps in. Lets one go. Tipped wide. Mason to Hobor. Hobor winds up. Lets one go. Shot. Saved by the Terriers. Loose puck. Bouncing. Monas behind the net. Tries to wrap around. Loose puck. Shot high above the net. Puck comes to the Terriers blue line. Brady sends it in. Gets bumped from behind. Terriers are going to the box. Terriers to the box. 2 minutes for hitting from behind. Brown in for the draw. He'll win that. Middlehurst sends it to Campbell at the point. Campbell across. Tribble with the shot blocked in front. Terriers get the puck and send it to the length of the ice. Campbell ties up his man. Tribble to Middlehurst. Gets that to Brown. Brown trips over the blue line again. Terriers get a piece of it and send it into the Flyer zone. 4 minutes to go in the period. Played to Tribble in the near corner. Cross behind Mason. Terriers pick it up. Into their zone. They'll get a bit of breathing room and fire it down the ice. Milk sets it up for Campbell. Campbell changes directions. Behind Mason. Terriers pick it up. Shot blocked in front. Loose puck. Terriers still with possession in the Flyer zone. They'll skate it out the neutral ice. And back into their own zone. Off the near boards. Middlehurst. Across to Mason. Mason gets the blue line, chips it around his man. To the near far corner. Brown picks up the loose puck. Defense are taking their time getting into the zone. Mason. Brown takes down his man. Mason with the loose puck. Shot high and wide of the net. Rebound to Hobor at the point. He'll dump that back in. Middlehurst and Brown. Brown comes up with it. Walks out. Has the stick check. Loose puck. Hobor. Winds up. Doesn't get all of it. Middlehurst behind the net. Hobor at the point. Shot. Wide of the net. Kraus. Just wide. Loose puck. Shot. Off the goalie's shoulder. Hobor winds up. Shot blocked. Terriers get a piece of it, and they'll backhand that the length of the ice. Not quite enough for icing. Kraus in deep. to Woolsey. Woolsey tries to hit Monas, but picked off by the Terriers. Terriers in the Flyer zone. Shot. Saved by Milks. We'll hold that for the whistle. Monas in to take the draw. He'll win that to Martin. Terriers get a piece of it and fire it behind the Flyers' net. To the far corner. Skate to the near corner. Woolsey battling it out. Campbell gets driven into the boards. Monas trying to pull it out. Picked up by the Terriers. Loose puck shot thrown towards the net. Milks will reel that in for a whistle. 1:49 to go in the period. Monas in for the draw. Won by the Terriers to the point. Shot. Gloved by Milks. Monas back in for the draw. He'll win that to Campbell. Campbell throws it off the backboards to Brady. Brady backhand to Martin. Martin to Monas. In the Terrier zone, but Terriers have possession. Thrown to the far boards. Brady plays it off. Kept in by a foot. Brady backhands that to Monas. Monas throws it towards the net. And the Terriers goalie will cover that for a whistle. Brown's in for the draw. Won by the Terriers. Played around the far boards. Loose puck in front. Picked up by Clark. Clark throws it to the net. Deflected wide. 1 to go in the period. Clark with the puck in the near corner. Fires it across. Terriers pick it up and break it out. Chipped at center ice into the Flyer zone. Hobart pinches his man to Brown. Brown to Arkema. Arkema tried to hit Clark coming in. Puck comes out in neutral ice, picked up by the Terriers. They'll throw it off the glass and into the Flyer zone. Nobody's going to get it. Tribble in the far corner. Terriers to the half boards, picked up by Brown. Brown, no pass. Gets it to Arkema eventually. Arkema gets bumped and the Terriers pick up the puck. Loose puck at neutral ice. Picked up by the Terriers, back in their zone. 10 seconds to go in the period. Terriers will send it around. Played out front. And that'll do it for the first period. We got to start the second period. Flyers down by 2. Middlehurst to take the draw. He'll win that to Krause. Krause across to Campbell. Campbell just got a piece of it, but picked up by the Terriers and brought into Flyer zone. Played behind to the near corner. Thrown out front. Loose puck. Bosney up to Mason. Mason plays it through the defender's legs, but no Flyers there. To the blue line and out. Middlehurst. Back to Campbell. Campbell off the boards to Wozni. He'll let that go to the Terriers' blue line and in. They'll play it up. Loose puck. Mason almost got there, but played out by the Terriers, and they'll dump it into Flyer zone. Campbell in the far corner. Applying pressure. Terriers get to the blue line. Shot. Saved by Milks. Face off in the Flyer zone. Brown to take it. Won by the Terriers to the blue line. Shot wide of the net. Rebound comes to the half boards. Monas chips it to the blue line, not out. Terriers dump it back into the near corner. Brady picks it up. To Mason. Mason up to Brown. Sorry, that's Martin. Martin up to Brown. Brown chips it in deep. Picks up the puck. Left it there for Monas. Monas to Martin. Martin gets pushed off the puck. Brady pinches. Loose puck to Martin. Martin to Hobor. Hobor lets the shot go. Loose puck and some feet. Martin across to Hobor. Hobor shot again. Loose puck. Flyer still can't get a piece of it. Brady gets it to the blue line. Kept. Yeah, I think that was in, but. Refs call that offside. Brown in for the draw, just outside the Terrier zone. In some feet, Monas to Martin, just over the blue line, but Terriers pick it up. Loose puck, center ice. Terriers with possession, back into their zone. Cross ice picked off by Brown. Terriers are in offside. Middlehurst in for the draw. In some feet, picked up by Arkema. Arkema throws it off the near boards at center ice. Dumped in by the Terriers. Played off into the Flyers bench. .12:49 to go in the second period. Terriers win the draw. Skate up center ice. Chipped in over the Flyers blue line. Tribble. Gets bumped. Left the puck. Terriers with possession. Middlehurst hits his man. Terriers walk the puck out. Shot. Scores. Middlehurst in for the draw. Tied up in the feet. Loose puck. Kicked around. Middlehurst got a piece of it. Gets it to the Terriers player, and they'll chip it into the Flyer zone. Campbell, Middlehurst in the far corner. Picked up by the Terriers. And they'll backhand that into the Flyers zone. Behind the net. Shot.
No, he's down there.
Milks with the save.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Brown in for the draw. He'll win that, get it to Hobor behind the net. Hobor stabs at it. Terriers are there. Terriers bring it to the far or near corner. Send it across the far corner out front. Shot. Bad save by Milks. Brown off the glass to neutral ice. Kick back to the Flyers blue line by the Terriers, and they'll play it back to their zone. In over the Flyers blue line. Hobor chips it out to center ice. Terriers pass it around. Brown picks it up. Bosney almost steals it, but Terriers get a piece of it. Back in their zone. Center ice. Lift it into the Flyers zone, and they'll go for a change. Flyers to the half boards. Brown gets tapped at the blue line. Kraus got it to the red line, but Terriers send it back into the Flyers zone. Hobor backhands that, past everybody. Loose puck picked up by Kraus. He'll fire that off the near boards to the blue line, not out. Shot tipped in front. Milks with the save. Rebound goes to the far boards, and the Terriers will dump it in behind the net. Played to the far corner. Out front. Shot, scores. He walks out. Nobody's there. Draw picked up by the Flyers, and they'll chip it to the blue line, and that's about as far as that goes. Terriers cycle the puck around their zone. Off the boards. Pick it up. Brady just handled that one. Martin gets it in deep to Middlehurst in the far corner. He gets bumped. Late to the half boards, to the blue line. Kept in by Brady. Middlehurst gloves that down. Picked up by Martin, throws it out front. And the Terriers goalie will cover that for a whistle. Terriers win the draw. Fired around to the near boards. Triple pinches. Keeps it in deep. Picked up by Middlehurst. Shot. He had his stick lifted. Didn't get all of it. Terriers played to the near corner off the boards. Kept in by Tribble. He'll throw it towards the net off a Flyers player and back to the near boards. Wait around to the blue line and out. Brady sends it back in. Terriers player on the puck, picked up by Middlehurst. Centering attempt to the Terriers. They'll skate it out. In over the Flyers blue line, just offside. It's close. .9:13 to go in the second period. Brown in the draw, won by the Terriers. They'll send it into the Flyer zone. Hobor backhands that to the half boards to Arkema. Terriers with the puck. Bring it in center ice. Clark gets it to neutral zone. Dumped in by the Terriers. Hobor's there to send that back out. Played across by Arkema to the Terriers player. He'll walk it in. Shot, saved by Milks, and he'll hold that for a whistle. Brown in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Played back to the point. Shot. Looks there to glove that. Teams reset. Brown wins the draw to Hobor. He'll play it off the boards. Terriers are there to intercept. In deep, Arkema. Intended for Clark, just out of his reach. Terriers fire that puck out of the zone. Center ice. Back into the Flyers territory. Cross ice. Shot. Wide of the net. Terriers in front. Shot wide. Campbell picks up that loose puck. Sends it off the glass and out of the zone. And that'll go for icing. Middlehurst in for the draw. Won by the Terriers to the point. Shot. Tipped in front. Milks with the save. Gets the puck behind the net. Terriers to the far boards. Bosny gets bumped. Still has the puck along the half boards. Terriers get it to the point. Change directions and get it in deep. Shot. Loved by Milks. Middlehurst in for the draw again. Won by the Terriers. To the point. Shot. Wide of the net. Mason on the rebound. Along the half boards. Terriers steal it. To the point. Cross ice. Shot. Just saved by Milks. Terriers with the puck behind the Flyers net. To the far boards. Shot. Tipped wide. Played around to the far side by the Terriers. Tribble. Off the boards and out. And they'll call that icing.
You play on Wednesday? Yeah.
I play on Wednesday.
Okay, so I'll probably see you before and after your game. I play at 9.
Wrong box. Oh. Terriers penalty. Seven minutes to go in the second period. Brown to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Past everybody. Into the Flyer zone. Brady picks up the puck. Skates it behind his net. Through neutral ice. Up to Martin. Martin into some traffic. Gets the puck back to Brady at the blue line. To Mason. Mason to Monas. Monas back to Brady. Brady to Monas. Shot. Blocked in front. And the Terriers goalie gets 2 minutes for roughing. See if the Flyers can capitalize on this 5-on-3. Brown in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Chipped along the half boards to the blue line. And out. Brady. Picked up by the Terriers. Jesus, boys. Missed shot. Milks was there to keep it out of the net. Tried to play it to Clark along the half boards. He'll get bumped by the Terriers. Clearing attempt. Boys, there's 5 of you. Brady at the point. To Middlehurst. He'll walk in. Shot. Loved by the Terriers goalie. Brown in for the draw. Picked up by the Terriers. Played to the blue line. Kept in by Brady. He'll throw that to Clark along the half boards. Clark, centering attempt. Past everybody except for the Terriers player. He'll send that the length of the ice. Milks out to play it. Gets it to Brady. Brady. Backhands that to the Terriers zone. They'll just dump that back in the Flyers area. Milks sets it up for Hobart. 20 seconds to go in the first penalty. Cross ice to Middlehurst. Middlehurst over the blue line. Drops it for Brown. To Brady. He didn't get that shot off. And now Clark's going to the box. 2 minutes for head contact. Jesus. Mason in to take the draw. Won by the Terriers. Played across to the point. Shot high and wide of the net. Rebound to the half boards. Flyers can't seem to do anything here with the puck. Chipped high. Monas sends it there for Tribble. Tribble back to Campbell. Campbell tries to get it to Monas. Puck does clear the blue line, but Terriers pick it up. Guess they're calling that intentional offside. 4-on-4 for 17 seconds. Mason in for the draw. Won by the Terriers. They'll play it back, play it off around the boards. Begin the breakout. In over the Flyers blue line. Campbell gets a piece of it to the blue line, not out. Shot. Saved by Milks. Loose puck. Terriers players out of the box. 5-on-4 for 1:10. Terriers to the blue line. Played back in deep. Cross ice. Milks gets a piece of it and lifts it high. Tribble tries to clear it. Gets bumped. Loose puck to the boards. To the blue line. Brought back in by the Terriers. Centering. Nope. Behind the Flyers net. The half boards. Up to the blue line. In. One-timer missed. Monas throws it off the boards. Past everybody. That'll go to the length of the ice. Terriers goaltender plays it around the near boards to center ice. Terriers lift that in to the far corner. Or swipes at it. Terriers still with the puck in the Flyer zone. Shot. Gloved by Milks. 10 seconds to go on the Flyers penalty. .318 to go in the second period. Brown's in for the draw. Terriers win it. Back to the point. Thrown towards the net wide. Terriers in the near corner. Fired around to the far side. Back to 5-on-5. Brown all over his man. Centering attempt. Off the back foot of the Terriers player to the blue line. Kicked forward by Arkema to nobody. Terriers back in their zone. Fired off the far boards to center ice. And brought back into the Flyer zone. Shot blocked in front by Hobart. Played to the near corner. Krause gets it to the half boards. Stolen by the Terriers. Thrown towards the net. Shot. I think Milk's got a piece of that. Terriers with possession in the near corner. They'll walk out with it. Going towards the net. Milks will glove that for a whistle. 2:18 to go in the period. Middlehurst in for the draw. He'll win that to the near corner. Brady throws it off the glass. Picked up by Middlehurst. He'll skate it out. Across to Wozni. He scores! .205 to go in the second period. Middlehurst on the draw. Into some feet. Brought back to Campbell. Campbell. Just to the blue line and out. Terriers fire that high and wide of the net. Martin, Brady, and Middlehurst along the near boards. Middlehurst backhands that to the far side to Campbell. Campbell sends that up to Martin. Martin in over the blue line. Bit of a hold. He'll draw a penalty.
Penalty shot.
Good boy, Marty. Brown in on the draw. 1:37 to go in the period. Won by the Terriers. They'll fire it hard off the glass. Takes a funny hop to the blue line and out. That's going the length of the ice. Terriers got a bit of a pace. Campbell wins the foot race. Try to set that back for Brown. Brown just skates into the player. There's 4 Flyers in one corner. Brown comes out with it. You better have. Brown through neutral ice into some traffic. Right on the stick of the Terriers. Brady gets chased back into the Flyer zone. Mona's at the blue line. He'll mishandle that. Terriers dump it in. Campbell to Mason. Mason across to Mona's. He'll get a piece of it and chip it in. Terriers pick up the loose puck. Throw it off the near boards to the blue line. Kept in by Brady. Second effort by the Terriers goes past everybody and down the length of the ice. 40 seconds to go in the period. Campbell lifts that to the blue line, kept in by the Terriers. Terriers in the far corner. 3 Flyers. Brady comes up with it. 20 seconds to go in the period. Cross ice pass picked off by the Terriers. Going back in off the boards by Campbell to center ice to Monas. Monas over the blue line. 3 seconds to go, and that'll do it for the second period. There we go, start the third. Flyers with 23 seconds left in their power play. Terriers win the draw, play it back into their zone. Off the boards, that'll go the length of the ice. And it looks like the Flyers are going to the box. Two minutes for head contact. 11 seconds into the period. Head contact. Beautiful. Brown in for the draw, won by the Terriers. Played back to the blue line, dumped back into deep. Campbell sets it up for Hobart, who's standing there. Shot, saved by Milks. And he'll cover that for a whistle. That'll do it for the Terriers penalty. Brown in for the draw. Terriers player gets waved out. Won by the Terriers. Loose puck. Centered. Just out of their reach. Couldn't get the shot off. Terriers behind the goal line. Right behind the net. Back to the near corner. Just past them. To the blue line. They'll play it back in. Cross ice. Pumped in. Back to the blue line. Too much and played out to neutral ice. Off the boards. Still, well, I guess they'll give that one to them. Campbell sends that to the Terriers' blue line right on his tape. Beautiful pass. Terriers back in the Flyer zone. For Brown, he gets bumped. Oh, sorry. Campbell gets bumped. Brown gets the puck down to the length of the ice. Terriers play to the far boards, picked up by Martin. He'll clear the zone just on the Terriers' tape. Terriers off the far boards. Get the red line and dump it in deep. 30 seconds to go in the Flyers penalty. Centering. Shot wide of the net. Terriers fired around the far boards to the blue line. Laid back. Shot off the crossbar into the net. The meshing. Back to 5-on-5. Middlehurst in for the draw. Terriers won the puck. Shot. Saved by Milks. Loose puck. And Milks will cover that for a whistle.